Well, happy Thursday evening to all you fine folks out there on the World Wide Web, Facebook and YouTube alike. Welcome. It is Thursday night. It is March the 12th, 2026, and you are watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show coming to you live all across the World Wide Web. Hey, if you're watching on the Facebook page, how about doing this? Reach over and hit the like button, hit the share button. Let everybody know that you're a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. It puts our broadcast on your page so that everyone can see that you support our program, that you support good conservative political and humoristic commentary. And don't forget, we got a Dirt Road Sports YouTube channel, complete channel, all 6 years. Guys, it'll be next week. I think it'll be next week. 6 years on the air. Can y'all believe that? 6 full years of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show on the air, coming across the World Wide Web for all of you people to have some decent programming, if you will, on Thursday nights.
In whose opinion?
I guess that's kind of
I pushing the envelope a little bit there.
You know what's harder to believe than that we've been on for 6 years?
what?
Is that folks been still watching?
That's it. Hey, and hey, here's another one that we hadn't been taken off the air.
Yeah.
But hey, we're glad you're still here with us. 6 years we're
Why
celebrating.
are you whispering, Marvin?
I didn't know I was.
I'm confused.
I am
Robin's
too.
over here with me. Man, he's cranked up. He's jacked up tonight. It's like he's trying not to disturb somebody.
Well, I'm in a
And if you call anything, including Colquitt Connect in the city of Colquitt, you hear this booming voice. You have reached Colquitt Connect. If you need to pay a bill, press 1. He does that.
But he's
Weather Channel voice everywhere.
but you're not understanding. I'm at a hotel and I don't want them
Hey,
calling
Charlie.
and saying that I'm disturbing them.
Let me ask you a question. When you call the tabernacle out there, what does it say? If you need to leave her off, is that the first option? Is that press 1?
Press
No.
1.
No. That one is bring folded money and a good check. No jingle.
Yeah, but you don't press 1.
It is disturbing that when he because I'm glad he does. I'm glad he gets excited, but I'm just wondering if it's something about me that lights the fuse under Marvin.
We don't need to go there.
You know, I'm having to use these headphones tonight, so I'm not able to hear myself back in the headphones. And I don't want to, there's a lot of people in this hotel, and I don't want to create a disturbance.
Loud talking never has deterred you, Marvin.
But this is out of reverence for being in the Holy Land, right,
That's
Marvin?
That's out of reverence anyway.
That's
But
right.
hey, we're live and in color tonight, all across the World Wide Web, all across the globe, where it's legal and illegal for us to send this broadcast out. All 57 states, 5 foreign countries, and 4 sunken islands. And man, loud and proud, as always, in the great state of Baker County, Georgia. Big salute to all of our friends and family, and even our enemies that might be in Baker County, Georgia. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Now, I do need to remind you of this, who we are. And y'all can chime in anytime you want here. Who we are. This is who we are. We believe in common sense approach to life. We believe in trying to utilize good walking around sense in the decisions that we make. We are conservative politically. We are pro-Christian, pro-Second Amendment, pro-First Amendment. We know which restroom to go in and use. We don't have to ask questions about that. And that's who we are. But listen, we know that some of you do not subscribe to that type thinking. That is offensive to you. It kind of hurts your feelings. And all we're going to do is jack your blood pressure up, cause you to go have to get a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 or something of that nature and drown your sorrows in it. And so instead of doing that, I got one thing you can do tonight. Instead of watching us and be better off spending your time, is you can apply to be Maxine Waters' lipstick applier. Now, I need you to understand this. She goes through 2 tubes a day of lipstick, so just understand that.
Large tubes a day.
2 large tubes. That's maximum water. So, but if your views and your values align with ours, you're at the right place. No need to change it. You're not gonna hear anything on Fox, CNN, MSNBC. You ain't even gonna hear it on the Animal Planet channel. But right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show is where you are going to hear it, and we're like-minded people joining together. Hey, we got a little town tonight that we're going to salute and honor. It was requested of me last week, and I'll be good to my word for the round table down around, actually in Iron City, Georgia.
That's what I'm
Right.
talking.
Shout out tonight. And that historic marker there was from the Iron City School site in the 1800s, 1890 to 1963. And Iron City has always been a historical agriculture and a rail focused community in Seminole County, Georgia. It was actually established before Seminole County's formation. It was established, Seminole County wasn't established until 1920. 1897 establishment of a Methodist church, and it had an Atlantic coastline depot in the community, right on Highway 84. In 1990, it had 503 people, and in 1940, it didn't have but 289 people. So I don't know what the current census is, but hey, big shout out to a town where we have a lot of listeners that listen, and maybe there's some out there tonight that are living there that are listening, but a big shout out and appreciation and honor to the town of Iron City, Georgia.
Marvin, if I may, I'll interject with Iron City another acclimate that they have. They are an amaryllis town.
Ah,
I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but during the springtime, when the amaryllis, most everybody there's got amaryllis beds around their yard. Beautiful amaryllis flowers. So
wow.
if you're just nothing to do when the amaryllis starts blooming, ride through Iron City and take a look at the gardening there. It's quite a sight.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. And we appreciate all of our viewers over at the Iron City, especially at the round table. What do they gather on Thursdays for Sunday school?
I think they must be discussing their amaryllis bed preparation techniques for the coming spring.
But it's a distinguished crowd.
Ooh.
Now, Don Lane is an expert in planting amaryllis, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that he might want to tell us some of his ideas that encourage people to do that. So it's time now to start taking care of your amaryllis plants if you want to have some beautiful flowers.
Yep, amaryllis lilies.
Yeah,
Iron City, Georgia. Yes, sir. Hey. Well, hey, how about this, Floyd? Why don't we go ahead and hit one out of the gate? Tell us about her.
Oh, for Ziggy B, man, I had to go down today. Had to get that pound of steamed shrimp. Had to go get them, and I tell you, I hit a snag today, and I didn't hit a snag with Ziggy B's, but I hit a snag where I get my sides from. Ziggy B's did perfect. They were dialed in perfectly. Those strips. All you got to do is call her and tell her that I want me a pound or I want 10 pounds of them steamed shrimp. She'll fix them any way you want. She'll put any kind of seasoning you want on. She'll sell you a bushel of oysters, some of the best oysters you ever ate in your life. And crawfish right there, they already cooked. You can eat them. You can heat them up or leave them cold. You can eat them right there. Them scallops, all you got to do is put them, just saute them a little bit, and they ready to go. And little catfish, you got frog legs also, and shrimp, and oysters, and crab claws, crab legs. Anything that you want in the seafood line, Ziggy B is the place to go because she gets it fresh. She brings it in there. And if it ain't right, she don't sell it to you. Ziggy B's Seafood Market in Colquitt, Georgia.
Something else, she had some good looking tuna steaks. And if you've never tried golden tile, she had some golden tile fillets. And that's one of the best tasting fish to come out of the Gulf of Mexico. Got to go out there 200 feet deep to get them, but they are delicious. Yes.
Wow. So let me read. We're talking about my sides. I don't know if y'all are aware of this or not, but that big cold snap we had about 3 weeks ago, it got down into the 20s. Hey, well, that went to Florida. That went on down to Florida. It wiped out the sweet corn market down there. You can't find any fresh sweet corn anywhere. I had to get some frozen sweet corn, and I got the good kind, the green giant. You can't eat that mess. It ain't. Once you eat that regular sweet corn, once you eat good Florida sweet corn, a good South Georgia sweet corn, you eat that mess. It ain't nothing. Just chuck it away. It ain't fitting to eat. I'll go ahead and tell you. And if you're gonna have your low country boil and you're gonna boil that mess, you're gonna ruin the whole pot boiling that old froze corn in there. It ain't nothing but filler is all it is. So throw that mess away. Get you some sweet corn. If you ain't got no sweet corn, fresh sweet corn, just don't put none in there. Don't mess your pot up with that old froze corn. That's just my opinion now. I don't want to drink out, folks.
What you say is filler? That's what you said is Florida ain't nothing but filler.
Yeah, it's filler. That's all it is. Just need some sawdust or some cardboard. Put a cardboard box in there.
That's it.
Oil it, and then it's got that seasoning. You can get same thing. Anybody don't disagree with that? That's fine. I understand. I don't care. I can't eat that man.
Are we not on another big screen yet?
No, we hadn't.
Done away with that.
Yeah, well, it'll probably come back. I need some epiphanies and some what do you call it, Floyd, when you have a breath of fresh wind?
The scales fall off your eyes.
I see it. Yeah. I'm waiting for the scales to fall off for the next big screen.
Oh, I tell you what, we working on something. You folks that's watching out there, and we got something we working on. I think y'all gonna like. Marvin played me just a little taste of it tonight with one of our sponsors. I think y'all gonna like it when it comes up. So we're gonna spring that on y'all pretty quick. And once we get all the cracks out of it, once we get it dialed in, that's when we're gonna spray it on y'all.
Look at here.
Bullet man.
Yeah, wait a minute, but I got to go back to him. Kayla Lane Willis says that a good trivia question would be, what was Iron City's name before it was named Iron City? Do you know that one, Floyd?
It was either Laneville or Hornsbyville.
I see there Harry Warren and Jerry Smith watching in Mexico Beach. Harry and Jerry, Monday night, I was with George Williams.
No wonder you knew all that stuff about Iron City.
Yeah.
You've absorbed all that knowledge that George Williams has.
If I'd have spent the night in the Holiday Inn that same night, y'all wouldn't have been able to been around me. I'd have known so much. But Harry and Jerry, George said that he was the one that hooked y'all on the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. So he took credit for that, just letting y'all know. But anyway, big shout out to y'all down there in Mexico Beach, Florida.
Yeah, well, we love all of our viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He took credit for teaching them how to fish, how to catch mullet, how to cook fish.
George did.
Yeah.
George told Harry how.
Yeah. Okay. If you listen to Williams' side of the story.
So you're saying Harry could not throw a net for mullet because George Williams taught him how?
Well, he could throw one, but he couldn't throw it the right way. George had to show him the right way.
That's right. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I see Shingler there. We had Shingler might have had a little bit of bad weather this morning down there. Any of y'all that had any bad weather that report come in this morning? I heard we got a tornado siren here in Cochran. It went off twice this morning. Got rain. Didn't get any wind to amount to anything, but we got some rain. So I'm thinking maybe south of us down there around Brinson or Lake Seminole, around in that area down there, might have got a little rough. And I think it got rough out there on Shingler Hill too. But
it got rough in Henry County, Alabama, and in parts of Houston County, Geneva County. We had a lot of damage over this way.
We didn't have any major damage, but I saw something. I was telling Marvin earlier today. I've been doing this for I don't forgot now how many years. 48 years. I saw something this morning at 20 minutes to 6 I had never seen before in all my days. there was 4 separate tornado warning boxes directed at Miller County. 4 at one time. And
we didn't get one. We
we didn't get one, but I got on up, got dressed, and went outside, and man, you could see them trees be blowing one way, one, and then they you could tell when it went over, but it was way on up, and then one of them turned and went south of us, and one of them split and went north. But there was one come right over town, like you said. Now, I didn't hear it or nothing like that, but you could just tell the difference in the pressure outside, the difference in the air, and the way the trees was going. But we was blessed this morning, because if we ever had a chance to get a tornado, this morning was it. I've never seen 4 boxes in every inch of Miller County was covered. And most of them was headed straight for the city of Colquitt. There was one that was south. It was going to come in around the city limits of Boykin. But the rest of them was beaded in for the city of Colquitt. That's why the 2 of them kind of coincided with one another, and that's why your siren went off twice.
Yeah, 2 of them. Yeah, there were 2 sirens. Yeah. I heard it up there around Rowena. Had some damage up there. Maybe the irrigation system or 2 turned over.
I'm going to do something tonight I don't generally do, and it pains me to have to do it too. But I had to give Marvin credit for that. That siren with all Marvin's doings. Marvin threw the fit and got that siren up for the folks. And I can hear it out here. Now, I couldn't hear it this morning because the wind was howling. But when it does its test every day, I can hear it slap out here at my house.
It woke me up. The rain and the wind didn't wake me up, but the siren woke me up. I mean, I just turn back over and go to sleep. I think ain't nothing I can do. How you go out and run a tornado?
That's right.
So, and I got all the pine trees out of my yard. No more pine trees. They've been gone for several years out of my yard, so I don't have to lay up there and worry about all night long when the tornado watching warnings coming along.
My wife had an uncle. He's dead and gone now, but it was a tornado come over their house in Leesburg, and the siren went off, and he rolled off the bed, fell on the floor, and got up under the bed.
Come on, man. After what he a whale. Man, them whales is bad about running from bad weather.
You know what they do? They get in the vehicle and leave.
They get the car, go to Mo and Paul's house.
Well, some of them get in bed together. Some of them get in bed together, won't they, Marvin?
Yeah, they pile up in bed. My buddy Frog Will, he said, he's a daddy, Shuggy. That was his daddy, Shuggy. Said he come in there and wake us up. He said they hear something on the radio or hear a clap of thunder somewhere way off. Y'all get up. We got to go to Mo and Paul. So they get up right down the road to Mo and Paul, old big wood frame house. They don't pile. The whole family. Now see, here's the thing about it. If a tornado comes, the whole family's gone. The whole family's wiped out. They no survivors of the Wales clan. I had to wound it up right there. He said, I ain't going. Y'all go in. I'm going to stay here.
Well, let's see. We got a tornado touchdown in Webb and 1 touchdown on the south edge of Blakely.
Uh-huh.
And Brooks Carter said Baker County, there was a bunch of trees on the road, him heading to work on Highway 200.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I tell you, we missed a good chance. I'm so thankful that we didn't.
Thank you. We missed it down there. Yes,
We
sir.
missed a good chance.
I'm thankful for the rain. That little rain was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't near enough, but it was a good little rain.
Yeah.
Thankful for that.
Marvin, explain that. Talking about the rain, explain that text you sent me today with that.
Floyd. Floyd, tell him. I sent him a copy of that where the extension agent shares
That's something good to talk about right there.
Yeah, you talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but give that report if you don't mind.
Charlie's keeping up with it.
I studied it. In fact, I guess this is meant to be. I studied that thing this afternoon, and I went back into history. It's a test well close to the Miller-Decatur County line. Now, help me with this part, Floyd. It's over there. Been there since 1960.
Been there about 1970. Maybe around 80s, in the early 80s. It's been there a while though. It's been there 40 or 45 years.
And you can tell what shape the aquifer is in by the number of feet that water comes back up in the pipe in that well. And to give you an example, April 2025, 1 year ago from where we are now, it took water. You could go down in that pipe, and at 25 feet, you had water. As of yesterday or this morning, you got to go down to 43 and a half feet before you find water in the pipe.
Wow.
And what it did, uh, it showed a graph of April, and then May is when our planting season takes place down here. All the seed goes in the ground, and what happens after that? All those center pivots got turned on during the dry weather, and it goes from 25 feet and just starts on a slope and taking a dive during the growing season, and it leveled out, and it hadn't made any recovery, and you got to go down to 43 feet to get, and the
It's
only time it's been lower at one time, it's been lower than that, and that was in 1997.
And it
so
wasn't but a foot, lower than what it is right now.
so will
Exactly.
that affect the farmer's ability to irrigate?
That's a good question. How deep are their wells? Uh, and here's one thing that goes through my mind. If you got a gap there, 25 down to 43, and you got 25 feet up to the surface, and all of a sudden you got that gap of where it's supposed to be. Some of these tractors and equipment going across these fields might find what we've heard all about sinkholes. And we've had some of those over there in the past, but you just have to wonder if it won't have an effect on that.
But
I don't
here's the
know.
thing that worries me. You're down 20 foot in 1
Mm-hmm.
year, and there's been no recharge, and we're just now fixing to go into planting and growing season.
Exactly.
Let me add this. What the extension agent told me. He said when the aquifer is full in Miller County at that test well down at the old Babcock farm down there, it's 12 feet from the surface of the ground to the water table in that well. That's where the when the aquifer is full, so it's 12 feet. So now we at 43 feet before we find water.
Exactly. At April, about this time last year, it was at 25 feet, and now it's gone down to that 43.
Mm, mm.
It's not good news. We
Mm.
just,
No, we don't want to make y'all go out and run into a tree or something. But it's something you need to know.
Well,
yeah,
Well, it's a good incentive to pray for rain.
It's a
there you
real
go.
good thing to pray for rain, please.
and here's the other thing too. You know, it may not be long before residential wells start going dry.
Mhm.
There've already been some over in this
Oh yeah,
part of the country that's
yeah,
had to be lowered down in the last year.
yeah, yeah. Hey,
And
Charlie,
if you,
tell them.
oh, so Wiggle Meat Company, hey, good food, locally produced beef. You'll find some of the finest in the country. It's Wiggle Meat's 27 between Blakely and Colquitt, and of course 431 in Headland, Alabama, on the 4 lane. Both ways you look. Quality beef, a lot of it produced right here in the Wiregrass area, whether it's a cut of steak, whether it's a fillet, a ribeye, a T-bone, a porterhouse, any kind of cut of beef you want, they'll do for you as thick as you want or as thin as you want. Plus, great sausage, smoked link sausage, patty sausage, great smoked pork chops, just great products, and a lot of rubs and sauces for your barbecue grill you'll find at Sowega Meat Company. Plus, other great products at the Headland location. I know there's plenty of casseroles you can buy and carry home. Preheat that oven, put it in an hour later, you got a full meal ready for you. It's a friend of those who work. So we can meet company. Stop by and see them today for quality, locally produced beef, plus some of the best other products you'll find anywhere in the country. 27 between Blakely and Colquitt and on 431 in Headland, Alabama.
Guys, I just had this picture sent to me from a viewer. Did y'all remember where Three Notch had a building in Blakely as you go in on Three Notch Road right there? Three Notch EMC used to have a location in Blakely. It was like a Butler or a Tyson metal building. It got hit this morning. Look at that.
Wow. Yeah,
Hello.
thank goodness we didn't have that.
Yeah, that was, and it was a. I'm talking. It was a. It wasn't. That was a. Like a red iron building, a red iron frame building, and it hit it and tore it all to pieces. That happened this morning in Blakely.
I tell you, I didn't tell you this today. It blew the west southwest corner of the fire station. It blew the side and off. It's got it bent back over on that corner where that wind comes down through there. Or either they were blowing that siren so hard, it blowed it up one or two, something blowed it up. I didn't know.
I think that's what it was. That was definitely you.
Our producer took me out there today and showed me that. So, but I want to tell y'all. I want to tell y'all what happened to me a while ago. I still ain't over it. I got such good TV with the good folks at Colquitt Connect that I decided that I would cancel my dish. So I come in here. I said, it was about time. Supper wasn't quite ready. I said, I'm gonna run on in here and do that right quick. So I call in there and get on the phone, and I had to go through all these buttons, mash this button, and do this, and wanted to know if I wanted to make a payment, and wanted to did I have a service question, and kept on and this option. They didn't have no option for what I wanted. I said, I want to cancel my service. Just a minute. I mean, just a minute. Somebody picked up. Now, I don't know what part of China or wherever they were from, Yugoslavia or somewhere. I don't know where they were from, but English was definitely not their first language. And so I got on there and had to go through all my stuff with him and all that kind of stuff. And then he won't know what he could hit me with. I said, I want to cancel my account. He said, cancel your account? And I said, yes. And he said, is there a reason? I said, yeah. He said, what's that? I said, because I want to.
That's right.
And he said, is it the price? I said, no, I ain't got nothing. I just don't want it no more. I want to cancel it. I said, I want to cancel it because I want to. He said, I tell you what, he said, I give you $40. He said, I make you feel $40 cheaper a month. And when he said that, that made me mad, because if he could have gave it to me, if he could have cut $40 in, he ought to cut $40 off in the whole thing. So then that made me mad. And y'all need to pray for me, because I ain't sure I was very Christian-like with this fella. The more we talked.
It was your day off. It was your day off being a Christian.
Is that what it was? The more we talked, and he kept on, he said, but you don't understand. I can make you such a good deal. I said, but you don't understand. I don't want what you got no more. I said, cancel it. And he said, he offered me 3-4 minutes. I said, listen, I don't want anything you got. I don't want your TV anymore. I want it canceled. He said, well, when do you want to cancel? I said, today. And so
Now.
he said, you want to cancel it today? I said, I want to cancel it today. And so he said, okay. And so then he went on. He had to read me this disclaimer. And I said, hold it. I said, don't read it to me, because at the end, you done said you was recording the conversation. At the end, I'm going to say, okay, and then you're going to have me checked into whatever it is. He said, no, that's not the way it worked. He said, I'm just telling you, you got to pay us $25 per piece of equipment that you're going to send back. I said, hold it. I didn't pay you $25 to bring it here, and I ain't paying you $25 to send it back to you. I said, now, if you want to send some boxes with stamps on them or UPS packages, labels on them, I'll put it in there and send it to them. I said, other than that, you can come get it, or it'll stay out here. I am not paying. No, you have to pay. I said, let me tell you something. I sure enough done. Y'all would need somebody needing to pray for me about then. And so I told him, I said, look here, fella. I said, I don't know how you going to write it. I don't know how you going to read it. I don't know what language you going to speak it in. I don't know who you going to use to interpret it. I don't know how many folks is listening to you. But I'm telling you, I ain't paying you nothing. If you want the stuff, come get it. Cancel my service, because I want it canceled. And that's all me and you got to talk about. And so,
I'm mad. Direct TV didn't offer me but a $35 discount if I'd stay with them. Is it a technical problem? We can send a technician. No, I just want to cancel it. But
What?
let me, and I had to deal with this. This was an American guy. He just was persistent, going down the list of trying to keep me as a customer, and I understand all that. But I do need to give a shout out to a company, a national company. I've had problems with them in the past, dealing with folks in the Philippines and India and any other country that you can think of that I cannot speak their language. But AT&T, the other day I get one, and guess where she's working out of? Snuff City, Sampson, Alabama, by gosh.
Well, you ought to could talk to
And
her.
she said, if you don't understand Southern, you won't be able to talk to me. I said, well, honey, I'm in love. You the first one with that company I've been able to communicate with.
So let me ask y'all this question: what happened to the customer is right? What
Oh,
what what
no, 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 no.
what happened to that?
It don't
You know,
work
I
no
remember
more.
back
It
in
don't
when
work
I
that
was
way
in
no
the
more, Queasy. No.
back,
Oh,
when I was the oil tycoon, I remember that, and I was selling tires. Uh, you might come up there to the station and you say, "I want to buy this tire right here," and I'm knowing that that tire ain't no good, but that's what you want to buy. So I'm gonna sell you. I'm not gonna try to talk you into buying something you don't want. I'm gonna sell you what you want. And then when you come back up there and say this tire ain't no good, I'm gonna say, well, that's what you wanted, so that's what I sold you. Right? Customer's always right. Customers, not with them folks. They come up with every reason in the world. He finally gave up that he wasn't going. I just set the phone down.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that Queasy, that sounds like a meme that I saw today. It goes right along with it. It said, "A jellyfish's mouth and anus are the same thing." Sounds a lot like Washington D.C.
I,
oh,
I could expect them to say, we're sorry to see you go. Is there anything we can do to keep you? But we're happy to cancel if that's what you want. That's what I was expecting. That ain't what I got. And I wasn't
no.
on the phone just 4 or 5 minutes neither.
Oh yeah.
Supper was cold before I could get in there and eat it.
Hey y'all, look who's joined us from Copper Mountain,
How
Colorado.
about it?
That's him.
The TC Bear.
Whoa, yeah.
Look at that. Said y'all sure do spread the happiness.
Ah,
That's what
man,
we
we
want to do, TC. You gotta be happy, man. You
Gotta
better
be happy.
be happy every chance you get. One day you ain't gonna have nothing to be happy about. But right now we happy, baby.
I'm happy to be on this because I ain't got no dish network to watch. They cut it off right then, brother.
I went through the same thing you went through, Queen. I went through two foreigners, and I probably was not as nice as you were. But anyway, I went through two, and then finally I called one of them. I was sitting there in my chair. It's done got about 10 or 10:30 at night, if you will. I was sitting in there in my chair. I didn't have nothing else to do. I was fixed up. I had all my accoutrements around me that I needed right there.
Oh, you what?
My
What?
accoutrements.
Accoutrements.
So I called them. It nobody answered. This is my third time calling them, and I talked to them I knew they were listening to me. I said, I'm gonna tell you what. I said, you go ahead. I said, you son of a cinnamon roll. I said, you go pick the phone up sooner or later. I ain't going nowhere. It about 15, 20 more minutes. I sat there. I said, I know you're there. I know you're listening in. I said, you just ain't plugging me in yet. I said, but I ain't going nowhere. Understand? I'm set, man. I'm fixed. And it wasn't long. Well, an old boy from Tennessee picked up the phone, Charlie. So you got me beat with the Samson, Alabama. He picked up the phone and I went to tell and he got me down, Queasy, before my bill, my dish bill, if you will, understand now, was like $180 a month, and I had to pay for stuff I had didn't that I totally despised. I had to pay for it, just like y'all do.
Mhm.
But anyway, he got me down. He got me down to where I didn't have to pay for $45 a month. It's free. I don't want it, man. I said okay, but anyway, that's we're hooked on with what Queasy and I are talking about. All four of us that y'all are looking at here tonight, we're hooked on with Corporate Connect TV network and internet, and it's as good as you'll find anywhere
That's
on
right.
the planet.
And can I say this? We complained, all of us, about dealing with people we didn't understand and wanted to throw us through this and give us this and give that. But when you call Corporate Connect, you have this voice saying, You have reached Colquitt Connect. If you like to pay a bill, press 1. If you need to speak to an attendant, press 2.
That Weather Channel voice.
That Weather Channel voice, everything you call City of Colquitt, man, you get the Weather Channel voice.
You ain't getting nobody from no foreign country. You're getting a
Nope.
local person who
That's
talks
right.
your language.
Just as
But I
local
would
as they get.
encourage y'all to check into it if you want you a good TV and your good internet service.
Yep.
Right here in Colquitt, Georgia, Colquitt Connect Network.
And you know what? Them guys and gals that work over there, they will go above and beyond and out of the way to make you happy.
They sure
I'm
will.
proof. I'm proof of
Queasel,
that.
I don't know
Sir.
if you thought about doing it. I did this. I stayed up most of the night last night with a weather deal. But with Colquitt Connect, I started tracking that stuff over at a TV station in Biloxi, Mississippi. Then I pulled up WKRG Channel 5 in Mobile, Alabama, when it came through there. And
Hey,
you able
seven
to track the whole thing.
7,000 live channels is
Well, it's amazing. I said,
74.95 a month, and it's total streaming. It does away with Netflix. It does away with all the streaming services. One package, 74.95, and you don't have to be on Colquitt Connect to use it. If you got good, reliable internet wherever you are, we can sell it to you. Ship you the box, and you can have 7,000 live channels for 74.95 a month. Hey, real quick, my man up there just chimed in, George Williams, and he wanted me to tell y'all a story. He has gotten into something, Queasel, of all things. Look at him. Look at that.
What is that?
what is it?
He is into bingo now.
Bingo.
First time he went, he won $100. They had 4 $100 prizes and $1,000, and he was one of the one. There was 80 people in the room, and he won $100. It was $18 to play. You had 5 or either 6 games. Listen to this. He made his wife pay her own money for her own card.
Well, what is that they won right there?
That's the dabber. He made me take a picture of that. That's where you color your bingo card. But
You
George
daub it down there.
Daub
It's a
it down.
dauber.
He done got into bingo.
He looks like he can't fish, can't play golf, so I reckon he just well play bingo. I don't know.
Speaking of fishing, throw that up, Marvin, before I forget to show that.
Hey, hold on. I got it, man. I just had another one ticked. We just had somebody chime in and said, I hate to brag on Colquitt Connect Internet, but it's cheaper and better than when Point Broadband owned it, and the customer service is way better.
Look here, Tony Tabb said, does it go out when the wind blows? No.
No.
It does not go out when the wind blows or when it rains, Tony.
No. And Kenneth Holt, if you got good internet in Jakin, you can hook up with our TV service. It's available to anybody, man. We can hook you up. All right, Charlie. Here you go.
Queasel. Look at him there. Look at him. Just a fish fry if you've ever seen them.
It is. That's as good eating as they made right there.
They say, now those come out of the river, but they say if you're not in a parking spot up there at any of them boat ramps by the break of day here the last few days, you had to park on the road.
Yeah, that's right.
They're moving into shallow water for those who like this type of fishing. And there's a crowd up there. Just follow the crowd of boats up to Lake Eufaula, down to Seminole, wherever you want to go. And there's plenty of them. There's an ample supply for everybody, I guarantee you. But the Alabama fish mutilators, Mr. Coach Hicks and Coach Griffin, still at it. They're getting some of the prettiest ones I've ever seen.
Wow. Hey, Queasel, tell them right now.
Let me tell you, I'm going to tell y'all something about this place you ain't going to believe. I went down there last night to eat supper at the church, and I was sitting with some distinguished people last night. I was sitting with Steve Holt and Hubert Stafford. If y'all probably know their names, they are the folks, they're the guys that went out and they caught the fish for the Bill Dance show and the Roland Martin show and all them shows. Them two would catch the fish and hook them and then give the reel to Bill Dance and Roland Martin and all them tournament fishermen. These are the professional fishermen of Miller County. So I was sitting there, me and my family was sitting there with them, and last night I didn't order fish. I know you're going to find that hard to believe. I didn't order the blackened catfish. I had me a hankering for some hot wings. Well, I ordered me some hot wings, and I'm gonna tell y'all what. Them was the best hot wings I believe I have ever ate in my life. They were so hot. Now I ain't talking about the hot sauce being hot, but they were so hot I had to grease when I bit into them last night. It burnt my mouth. I mean, that's how fresh this food is at TK's Bar and Grill. Hubert and Steve both got hamburger steak. Man, they had that onion gravy piled up on there, and Cindy got she got the blackened catfish. And I'm fitting to tell you something. That meal, every one of us was fitting to eat. Everybody's plate was clean, hot, fresh vegetables, green beans. They had some. One of them had somebody had some um, uh, reduced calorie fries. Somebody had some sweet potato fries, big salad bar, everything, and you couldn't ask for anything any better. And all of us made the comment of how hot the food was. The hamburger steaks was hot, the fish was hot. You had to let it cool off. That's the kind of service I'm talking about at TK's. You don't go through no um, buffet line where you dig in there behind everybody else has been digging and you got to get what's left. They cook it fresh for you, bring it to you, serve it to you. Good people, excellent food, outstanding. I'm not joking about those chicken wings. Those was as good a hot wing as I have ever eaten anywhere. Go see them. They can't go eat with them, call them. 229-254-7850. They fix you everything you want ready to go. Ready to go. Tell them when you come and they'll have it ready for you. TK's Bar and Grill on Cuthbert Street, going north on 45 like you headed to Damascus out of Colquitt. When you get there to where Cuthbert Street winds in, you can't miss it. Look to your left and you'll see exactly what that picture's showing right there. Best hot wings in Colquitt, Georgia.
Hey guys, it's time for trivia time here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by our good friends at Southern Hissy Fits on the Square in Colquitt, Georgia. All your embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, custom logos, whatever you need, I promise you, Miss Vicky will hook you up. Go by there and see her. The winner tonight of our trivia contest will be a winner of a logoed official merchandise off the merch table from Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, brought to us by Southern Hissy Fits. All right, guys. We're going to have two trivia questions tonight.
Well, wait a minute. Me and Floyd ain't approved, but one we're gonna have.
We're gonna throw the other up there because they just texted me with that answer, and that's a kind of a freebie there. If you can get this one, you deserve a prize. The first one is going to be the one that was posed to us there. What was the name of Iron City, Georgia, before it became Iron City? What was the name of Iron City, Georgia, before it became known as Iron City, Georgia?
Marvin, you've just eliminated about 99.9% of our viewing audience.
Why?
You've just eliminated them.
Why?
They're gone. They're totally off the chart.
Yeah. Why?
Don't need it. If y'all are not from Iron City, they don't need it. Y'all calling in.
Well, you don't know that. There could be some historical aficionados of Iron City.
Corrected. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
I love Iron City. I love the people in Iron City.
So if you know the answer,
people,
huh?
You've alienated people.
I said I'm gonna have two questions. Second question is this. So if you get that one, you deserve a prize. If you know it, fine. If you don't, fine. If we don't have nobody answer, it don't matter to me. We still.
Boy, did you actually think you was gonna win an argument with Marvin? Have you ever won one with Marvin? You ain't gonna win one. All
right.
As long as he's got the control board, ain't none of us gonna win an argument with him.
Here is the real trivia question tonight. But I will give you a prize if you answer that.
Are you gonna ask it, or do you want me? Because you would mess it up if you did it. I guarantee you.
I probably will. Go ahead and ask.
There were very scores of interesting characters who played on the Andy Griffith Show through the years. A lot of the characters, if you'll think, played multiple roles. Might be a criminal one week, might be a sweeper at the grocery store the next week. But there was a lady on the show named Clara What was unique about Clara, other than being nosy and winning pickle contest? She went by two last names. What were those last names? Is that a good one, Queel? You like
That's
that
a
one?
good one because I had thought about asking that myself. That's a
Good.
good one. That is a
Oh,
flat good one.
they're right there. See, there you go. Somebody answered it right there. Debbie Joe Johnson, Brooklyn, Georgia.
See,
That
Floyd,
ain't.
That
you
is
knew you wasn't
correct.
going to win.
That's correct. That's correct. See, and Debbie Joe is not from Iron City, Florida.
I know, but she answered the. She answered the. Did she answer the Iron City question or the?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
stand corrected.
Yeah.
No problem.
See,
Where's she from? Brooklyn, Georgia.
that's the name of what Iron City was
Oh,
before
it was
it was Iron
Brooklyn,
City.
Georgia. Oh, I
Brooklyn,
see.
Georgia. Yeah.
I see.
Debbie Joe is from around Enterprise, Alabama. I think's what she posted.
Okay.
Debbie messaged me your address, and I'm gonna send you a prize, and I'm gonna make Floyd put a thank you letter in it too.
I'm gonna thank you. And an apology letter.
Now,
Jolly, I believe you done stumped him.
now,
Yeah.
certainly there are people in this audience who are just as much, almost as big a.
There it is. Rhonda
There it is,
Jarvis
right
Pate.
there.
Rhonda Jarvis Pate got it. Man, was Johnny on the spot.
Yes, sir. There you
Right
go.
there. Edwards and Johnson were the two last names.
That's
Rhonda,
right.
Rhonda, I may have your address, but send it to me again. Rhonda, hey man, they're coming in now, but Rhonda
Yeah.
was the first one. Hey, Rhonda, I need your address. Debbie Johnson, send me your address, and I'll make sure you get your item as well. And Florida have a long apology letter in there.
And Floyd, just in case you wondered, your cousin's still batting 1,000. I don't know
I
how
don't
he
need to
knows.
apologize to Debbie Joe. I need to apologize to Marvin.
Oh. Hey, Queasel, last week we had a picture on that stumped him, and your cousin, he knew that. I mean, Floyd's cousin knew the answer to it.
I don't know how he knows all this stuff because he ain't that smart.
I don't know about all that, but anyway.
I know he ain't that
Mercy.
smart. I know him.
Hey,
I know him well.
Yeah, Gary Hurd's done got it right there. Edwards and Johnson. Man, they all know it. All right. Well, hey,
Marvin, I got KWG on the phone here if you want to talk to.
Who? KWG? Well, let me hit that ad right there. KWG
Yeah.
Plumbing LLC, Kenneth Wayne Garney. He is licensed in the state of Alabama and the great state of Georgia as well. 229-220-6694. That's the magic number to call right there. Now, Floyd, you're going to have to talk to him because he ain't going to be able to hear me.
Well, how can I talk to him? What's the deal?
He can't.
If you can hear me, you can hear him.
I can hear him. I said, I don't know if he'll be able to hear me.
Anyway, can you hear Marvin? You ain't hear Marvin. Go ahead and talk to him, Marvin.
Yeah, but we
I-
can't hear him.
I don't hear Kenny Wayne. You got to
Well,
put
he
him on
ain't said
speaker.
nothing to y'all yet. He's fixing to say something to you. If you'll give me a moment. Anyway, I got to get this daggone phone here now on speakerphone. Why don't you call Kenny Wayne on your phone, Marvin, and talk to him?
Let me call Kenny Wayne to get
Call Kenny Wayne and you talk to him. I'm tired of all this secondhand stuff.
I don't know if I got his number. What's his number?
229-220-6694.
Oh, it's right there on the
It's on your
screen.
screen, Marvin.
To my knowledge, no alcohol has been
Okay.
consumed.
Oh,
All
Lord.
right, hey, KWG, you there, my man?
Yeah, I'm so glad. I can't hardly talk for laughing. I'm so glad y'all love and get along. So good.
Yeah, we do. Well, hey, we got Kenneth Wayne Garney on the line right now, brother Wayne. I got several pictures right here.
Oh, me.
One is of a bunch of that must be your cook shed right there. It's got a bunch of like cast iron.
Yes, sir. I was seasoning some cast iron pans yesterday, and we used them. I got some passed down from my ancestors, my great grandparents over in Geneva, Alabama, Geneva County, and Sampson, what Charlie called Snuff City over there. I got kinfolks all over that area.
All right, I got a picture of looks like a tiny home, and then a picture of a sunset of the lake on here.
Yeah, the tiny home was last week, but the sunset of the lake, we were up there at what I call God's country. We was up there at Cotton Hill, caught some good shell crackers and some catfish. I don't know if that picture came through or not.
Oh yeah, I got it right there, man.
Good gracious.
Let's
Where-
go.
Now, where did you find them at? I mean, not what lake were you on?
Yeah, that's Lake Eufaula right there in Cotton Hill. 90% of those fish, I'd go out on the boat, couldn't find as much as I wanted to find. I'd get back and I'd just throw a line out the back of the boat. And about every 20 minutes, I'd dang sure reel in a nice one. So most of them was caught just right off the bank, basically.
Hey, that's a big catfish on the end there too.
That's what you call fishing.
I caught him up there at just north of Patala Creek. I went up there for about 30 minutes and dropped the line out. And about as soon as I dropped the line out in Patala Creek, I caught him. But most of the shell crackers was caught right there off the bank at Cotton Hill.
Wow.
Yeah, they running that sand pit out there off the beach.
Wow. Yes, sir. It's been a good week. We've been busy as a bee making honey.
Good deal. How about some words of wisdom for us?
Yes, sir. I'm going to leave one about our children. As parents, we are to teach our children God's ways, God's love, and God's commandments. Teach your children well, teach them to fish and hunt, and enjoy the great outdoors. And I appreciate Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports advertising for KWG Plumbing.
We thank you, brother. We'll see you next week. KWG Plumbing LLC, Alabama and Georgia licensed.
So the other week, Floyd called me. He wanted me to do I don't forgot what we called it, some kind of tips, some kind of like common sense tip, but we couldn't come up with no name of it. So Floyd, what do you think about if we just let everybody else send in some names and we'll get somebody to pick the winner, and whoever sends in the name for Queasville Spot, we'll let Floyd we'll let Marvin send them some merchandise.
Marvin send them something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that sounds good. Yeah, we'll let the audience decide, if you will.
There you go.
Yeah.
And tell them what this is all about, please.
We just talked about we would. I wasn't on last week before. We talked about just a little trick about putting using Rain-X in your windshield washer, so it would keep your windshield water beading up and it cuts through all the grime and all that. Just little common sense things that makes life safe and makes your family safer. And it'll be common sense things like that. Maybe some fire prevention tips, just some tips. But we wanted to come up with a name that would make sense, that would help you and help your family, help somebody and just maybe to make life easy, cause a little easier. And this week, I want to talk to you about your children. Those of y'all that's got children or grandchildren. Before you let them go out and drive, what I did with mine before they could get a vehicle and they can leave on their vehicle on their own, they had to show me that they could check the oil in it, check the water, that they could change a tire, that they could jump it off, and that they knew a little bit about how it works. And now I did that with Kim when she was the first one to be that old, and when she got a car and she ready to go on it, then she had to show me. She had to get the jack out of the trunk. That's a undertaking right there, just to figure out how to undo the jacks and all where they got them now. Then she had to figure out how to put it under the car, do it, change the tire, put it back, and go off down the road. She had to check the oil. She had to show me she knew how to do all that stuff, had to jump it off. And Matthew, he kind of knew it because he worked at the station. He knew how to do that. It wasn't no big deal for him, but it was a big deal for her. But let me tell you why I say this is important. After he graduated from college and at work, some of his buddy was out one night and they had a flat tire. Well, I'm talking about 22, 23-year-old. These is men now, then. They had a flat tire. One of them had to go into work and went out to the parking lot and his tire was flat. And they were four of them sharing a room, apartment. And they went and woke him up to come change the tire because none of the three of them knew how. A 22-year-old knew how to change a tire. And so you folks that's got young ladies, they need to know how. They don't need to be standing outside the road waiting because you don't know who's going to stop. Teach them how to change them tires. Teach them how to look after themselves when something happens. those little air compressors that you keep, plug them in. You know, if they won't change, plug them in and let them pump them up. Me and Floyd talking about one of the neatest little things is them little car jump off things. That's a good investment. Good birthday presents, Granny and Grandpa's. That's some good birthday presents for the children. Just try a little bit of common sense tips just to keep them safe.
Smart.
That's what I had
It's
this
kind
year.
of like, you know, and like you said, teaching them how to change a tire and do all that. Like Floyd, siphoning gas.
I don't know if I teach him how to siphon gas now.
You can't get the hose down there no
You
more.
can't get a hose down there no more.
No.
It ain't like it used to be. Yeah. We finna get a lawsuit here now. My child tried to siphon gas and got strangled. We're suing y'all. We got some names already done.
Yeah, I like it. That what Sidney Joe Medhurst said. I like that one. Q-tips.
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 We'll get it.
Said Cornell knowledge.
We'll get an independent panel.
It won't be us.
Well,
we're not going to expose ourselves to that.
And we'll have to run it by our resident attorney, Shingler Law.
Sometimes you need a lawyer in your corner who ain't scared to fight. He'll defend you, don't matter if you are wrong or right. He's a South Georgia redneck with a ponytail and a law degree. With Billy Shingler as your lawyer, you will always be found not guilty. Just looking at Billy Shingler makes that DA weak. He'll mumble and fumble and be scared to speak. He'll shout, "Your Honor, I surrender, 'cause I know when I'm beat." Call Billy Shingler when the man has got them cuffs on tight. He'll fuss and cuss and slash and burn, shake his fist and holler, "I'm in your corner, let's fight, fight, fight."
Shingler Law, Donaldsonville, Georgia, 229-524-1225.
That was that voice. You hear that? Y'all heard that voice?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
heard it.
That's it. Weather Channel special.
Voice of Cockwood.
The
I
voice of
mean,
culture.
that's official too, buddy.
Wow.
Voice
Yeah.
of Cockwood, Georgia, right there. Everywhere you go.
How long did you have to practice that?
Which practice what?
That voice.
I don't know. I just, I don't know how. I really don't know. I don't know how I started.
It's natural. He was born with it. He was born with it. That's a
gift.
I don't know where that comes from. The Thomases or the Waleses. I don't know where that comes from, but it's somewhere.
But you know, he don't use it on Sunday morning when he's preaching.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't do that. No, he don't.
No.
He does not. He bears
Oh,
down.
really?
Yeah.
No.
You know that guy that used to do the "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" for the
Uh-huh.
WWF?
Yeah.
$10,000 every time he said it.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
10
He's
grand.
multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
10 grand for him to do "Let's Get Ready to Rumble." 10 grand.
Mhm. That voice.
Yeah.
I wish somebody could think of something I could say and pay me $10,000. I'd learn how to say it.
I don't know, but I want to hear me talk.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither.
Hey, Floyd.
Yeah.
Tell them about our friends.
That's our good buddy right there, Mr. Gerald Mock over at Seminole Livestock Auction Sale every Monday at dinner time. Good cow sale over there, bringing plenty of money over there at Seminole Livestock Auction. Get your cattle in there. Go ahead and get them on there now. You can get them in there Saturday or Sunday. You can bring them in there Monday, sale day, ever how you want to do it. He'll board them for you right there. He'll put them up if you bring them in there early. He'll feed them and make sure they got plenty of good water. See after your livestock until sale time. Seminole Livestock Auction. It's a family-owned business. The guy that owns it, Gerald Mock, he's been a cattleman his whole life, farmed his whole life. His family farmed. They go back generations there in Miller and Seminole County. Just a great guy. Just does a good, honest job over there with Seminole Livestock Auction. Got a good auctioneer over there that'll get every penny that he can get for your livestock, for your cattle in there. y'all go over there to Seminole Livestock Auction. It's right out of Dawsonville, north of Dawsonville, Georgia, on Highway 91. He can treat you right. He will treat you right, and he will get you the most money that he can possibly get for your cattle. Seminole Livestock Auction.
Charlie, I've been gonna ask you something. I've been the last 2 or 3 times I went to Dothan. I noticed the popo is out there in where was it? Right as you go across the bridge, where Ronnie's territory used to be at.
Gordon, Alabama.
They got him a new policeman out. I've seen him out there the last 2 or 3 times I went. He sat in a black Explorer sitting out there.
I think they got him a new man down there. Of course, it could be somebody with the sheriff's department and an unmarked car, but I think they got another popo down there. I'm not sure.
I just wondered. I ain't meaning nothing, but I just didn't know. I know that you went for years and years and years, and there wasn't one, and I just wondered if they done got him a new one.
And you went for years and years and years, and there was one.
Oh, there was one. There was one.
I made a trip to Hope Hull. They talking about the cattle auction, Floyd. You doing that for the Seminole? I went by a place, be west of I-65, kind of southwest of Montgomery and cattle country up there earlier this week. I saw one big pasture. When I say big pasture, I'm talking about it wrapped around a hillside. There's probably 500 acres. And I bet you there was 500, if not more, mama cows on that pasture. How much money did I go by?
Ooh, you go to what kind of shape over there, and it's a lot.
Perfect. Show cows almost, if you will.
It's a lot.
I thought to myself, what?
Everything I've heard too is that the cattle market ain't going nowhere.
No.
Not right now. Not
I don't
right
think
now.
so.
People are still eating beef. They still eat hamburgers. They still going through that drive-through and paying $12 for a quarter-pound hamburger with some lettuce and a tomato on it and a piece of bread on it. So now you figure a quarter pound at $12. So how much is that a pound? You know, so you take 4 times. That's 38. 4 times. That's $38. No, more than that. How much is that a pound, Marvin?
48.
I don't know.
$48 a pound.
I went through Hardee's and got a hot ham and cheese combo with fries and a drink, and it was almost $15.
That's what I'm talking about. They ain't no deterrent. They're undeterred.
Facebook Marketplace, bottle calves. They said they got the first colostrum, and that's it. $1,000 a head.
Just 3 days old.
Yeah, $1,000 a head. And you got to bottle feed it for what, 4 months?
At least.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
And how many thousand for a calf that small now?
$1,000 for a 2 to 3 day old cow that you got to bottle feed it twice a day for 4 months.
Like
Queasel's Q-tip next week should be to cattle producers. Make sure you have a strong fence with a good lock on it.
They'll be stealing cows like they steal copper.
There you go.
Hey guys, we got a new sponsor last week. Our friends at LAE Farms in Newton, Georgia, the Etheridge family. Man, oh man, blueberry season is coming. It's coming around the corner. And you talk about some fine blueberries. I'm talking about the size of a quarter. They'll have them ready next month. They're advertising with us, and the trees are in bloom. Beautiful. I can't remember how many acres they are. I think he said last year they harvested 500,000 pounds of blueberries right there at LAE Farms in Newton, Georgia. Guys, they'll be having them coming pretty shortly. We'll let you know when they get ready. We'll let you know the prices, and you can pick them up in Newton. I don't know if he's going to have other distribution points, but I promise you, you'll find no better blueberries, no better tasting blueberries anywhere else other than LAE Farms in Newton, Georgia. They're also the owner of Oak Pond Nursery Farms right there in Newton. Good family, run by a husband and his wife and his son. LAE Farms, Newton, Georgia. Our proud sponsor here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Good folks right there.
Marvin, you and Floyd better make sure y'all let me know when they come. My wife done already said she's wanting to hit up her blueberries.
They're good. They're good.
Them she had from up there last year. She made some blueberry pies. It would
I think we went through. We bought 4 boxes. Is what we wound up going through. And I like to eat them. Man, I eat them like candy. I don't.
You eat
Blueberries is
anything
healthy.
like candy.
Well, I mean that's true too. So.
Yeah, filled with antioxidants.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
It's
good. And grown the right way in Southwest Georgia.
You know where they come from. That's the thing about it.
That's
You
the
know
thing.
where they come from. You can go right by that farm anytime you want to and look at that operation, and you know what kind of care he takes of his blueberry crop.
And they don't come from Mexico.
No, they don't come from Mexico or Puerto Rico.
Hey, y'all ever watching in like on the Fox News on your phone? They always having these stuff about these recalls, all these produce and all this stuff coming in recalls. These folks, you ain't got to worry about no recall on them for some kind of unlicensed pesticide or whatever they put on them, or some kind of bacteria that they got on them. You, like Floyd said, you know where they come from. It's
local folks.
That's
That's
right.
right.
That's what we need to do. We need to do more local folks.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly right. And hey, speaking of local folks, here's a guy that is local as local can get, and he will work your cattle. He will cut your cattle. He will worm your cattle. He will transport your cattle, whatever you need done with your cattle. Custom Cattle Services. Our friend Castrating Carl Cressman.
If you're all mixed up about the body that you're in, there's a man down south that'll change you from a rooster to a hen. They call him Castrating Carl because that's his trade. It won't take him long when he opens up his blade. He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny, and your daddy will never have to call you son. Castrating Carl, the man with the plan. He's from Bascom, where you don't have to ask him, are you a woman or a man? He'll slice and dice, and in a minute he'll be done. You'll be a tranny, but you'll never be a granny, and your daddy will never have to call you son.
Yes, sir. Hey, call him. Listen, guys, I know your cattle are worth money, okay? I'm going to say like Floyd is, don't hurt yourself trying to work your cattle. Don't hurt yourself trying to haul your cattle. Call Carl. Carl will take care of it. I mean, hey, listen, he is the cattle expert for Southwest Georgia, Northwest Florida, and Southeast Alabama. Hey, call him. Call Cressman.
And he has the #1 hit song on our show. Every Thursday night.
Number one advertising song ever been on.
Yeah.
Listen.
I mean, it deserves what would it be, an Emmy or a Grammy?
Grammy. One of the Alabama fish mutilators goes around and hums it all day long. It's such a hit song.
Where else? On Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show?
You're not going to find it. You ain't going to find it anywhere else.
You will not see Carl's ad run on WDHN or WTVY.
Oh,
I
no.
wish y'all could have seen my wife's face the week before last. First time she heard it, she was sitting. She didn't.
Did you get that special look at you right quick, Queasel?
She said nobody but y'all could get away with something like that.
Hey, listen, that's all it's about. Hey, he was joining us earlier. I don't know if he's still there, but man, our good friend, our confidant, our friend since day one, sponsor in exclusivity and perpetuity of whatever Floyd B. Lloyd decides to do at this juncture of the show. Berry Hill Auctioneers, world-class auction company, world-class gentleman, and a world-class friend, the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Berry Hill Auctioneers, sponsor of whatever you're going to say, Floyd.
I had a story I was going to tell you about hypothetical situation and reality situation, but I'm going
Do it.
I'm going back on.
Don't back off.
I'm back up. I got to figure out exactly my verbiage on it. Because we do have some faint-hearted people that watch it. I don't want to
Are
mess
you
them
are
up.
are you saying something stronger than son of a cinnamon roll might have come
It's
out in
probably
this verbiage?
it ain't no, it really ain't. But uh, anyway, we're talking about Baker County. Man, we got folks from Baker County, Baker County, Baker County. They tuned in everywhere. Some old Gary Hurd from up there, Clay McDaniel, Baker County. Our folks at LA, Blueberry, Baker County. Go ahead, Mark. What you want to say? You want to say something?
Oh, I was going to say Willanook's on too.
Yeah, Willanook's on there. Yeah, Baker County. Great place, man. A big place up there. I used to travel around in Baker County a little bit in my younger days when I was up there, and I was squiring around up there and run up with an old gal up there, and way back yonder, and where she invited me out to her house.
Mm.
I said, "Where you live?" She said, "Out there on Clear Lake Road out there." Said, "I live." Oh, there's a big old oak tree there. Said, big old oak trees that said turn to the left right there. So I live in a trailer house back down that little trail back in that field back in there. Live in a trailer house. She was a hairdresser from up there. And anyway, I said, yeah, I come out there and visit with you. So anyway, I go to a trailer house there and go on in the trailer house with that. We getting acquainted, if you will, with one another, finding out about our families and wondering if we kin to one another, anything like that. I want to cut it right then. If she was my first cousin, that's when I want to cut it. So, anyway, that's one thing you need to find out who your folks are, who are your folks, where they come from. You ever have anybody in jail? You want to find out stuff like that. So anyway, we get along pretty good, and she done fixed a supper. She had done fixing some spaghetti and meatballs and a nice little salad and all that kind of stuff. We sat down there at the table eating and getting acquainted. About that time, man, boom, 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 I heard something on the door. The little trailer house manager just reverberating through the whole trailer house, all that door. It's like you inside a cavern. Boom, boom, boom. I said, good God, what in the world is that? So she goes up there, peeks out the window there over the kitchen sink. She said, oh my God, it's my boyfriend. I said, your boyfriend? Yes, and he's out there. I said, well, where's the back door? She said, I ain't got no back door. She said, ain't but one way out. I said, go back. So she runs off back there to the back and hides back there. So he's beating on the door again. I said, my God, I got to do something here. Anyway, I won't open the door like that. No big old boy standing up there. He said, what are you doing with my girlfriend? I said, I'm doing her hair, and I can use if
you like. You're going way back, Floyd. You're going way back.
Oh,
we'll do the hypothetical and the reality, baby.
mercy. Oh, thanks to folks at Kelly Crop Insurance. They don't do hair, but they do crop insurance. And they've been serving folks, great agricultural community here in the Wiregrass area. Give them a call, 229-220-6986. Kelly Crop Insurance, Colquitt, Georgia. Folks, they always say if you don't like the weather around here, just hang on. It'll change real quick, and we have seen that. Thank the good Lord, no major injuries that I know of, but a lot of damage in parts of Geneva, Henry, Houston County, other counties in Alabama, and of course the river. Of course, we heard some damage reports over there. But during all this, let me just say, pray for rain. We need it in this part of the country more than you have ever seen, probably in your lifetime. In the morning, he got 47. I think that's wishful thinking there. Probably going to be a little bit a day off on some of these temperatures there, Marvin. But 41 in the morning, 47 Saturday morning. And then we got more rain coming in starting on Sunday. Sunday night into Monday morning. And again, pay attention to all the media you trust with your weather, because here again, we're going to get back up to near 80 degrees or around 80 degrees or so on Sunday and come back in with even a colder blast of air than what we had out of this deal overnight and early this morning. In other words, another chance of bad weather, of severe weather. So just, and it's being on the weekend, you need to pay close attention, find you where you trust for your weather, keep up with it, and have a plan in the event something happens. Cold weather, is this the pre-Easter cold? I don't know. We always have a cold snap before Easter. And when you're talking 34 and 33 degrees, my friend, that is cold
And
compared to
Charlie,
82.
Charlie, in some of the places are forecasting. Charles Pickle was telling me today down to 29.
Exactly. Exactly. You could see some freezing temperatures. We know you'll see frost if the wind ain't blowing at 34 and 33. But sure enough, Mr. Pickle, Dr. Pickle is always knowledgeable about that subject because he be the best I know at growing onions and other fine foods that he shares with his community. Mr. Pickle had a birthday last week, by the way.
Hmm.
Turned over. So belated happy birthday to Charles Pickle. But that's your weather. Thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. Had a good time, uh, some good laughs, and a lot happening in this country. If you paid attention to the news today, another attack on a Jewish synagogue church. You got shootings in other states, and they all kind of have a common thread tied to them. Just pay attention to what's going on. Be in prayer. We need it because the Iran thing has been there for a long time, and what we've always termed sleeper cells have been with us for a long time. And I'm afraid we're about to see some of the sleeping wake up because a lot of pressure is being put on uh, different folks. So pray for our leaders, pray for our president, our Secretary of War, everybody who is participating in this. Pray for one another and pray for us. We'll be praying for you, Queasel.
Thank you, Charlie. Everything you said, brother, you're out on the money. Hey, I just want y'all to know how much we appreciate y'all letting us come in and just have a conversation because that's what we do. And y'all had no idea what we were going to talk about tonight. We didn't have no idea what we were going to talk about tonight. And but we covered some major issues and solved most of them. And but anyway, it's truly an honor for us. And Marvin would say 6 years. I can't believe y'all put up with us for 6 years. And but we're grateful and we're thankful. And our number one goal, all we want, is to maybe make somebody's day a little bit better. If we can make you smile or make you laugh a little bit, then we have done what we have set out to do. We truly are grateful for y'all and y'all support. We love y'all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I um, I agree with Charlie. We need to pray for our country because sometimes I think just our country, we got our worst enemies against us here in the country, and
Amen.
we all need to remember that we all are the United States, and we need to come together for the good of the people, not just the good of a few people. So ain't but one way to do that, and that's get everybody on the knees in an altar somewhere and accept the Lord and start living for the Lord. And you see things like that change. So when you see a veteran or you see active duty, military, uh, tell them thank you. Buy their lunch. If you see them in a restaurant, buy their lunch, buy their breakfast. Do something to let them know that you appreciate them. Same goes for a police officer, a deputy, a sheriff, a trooper, some of the state investigative agencies, paramedics, EMTs, firefighters. Do something. Tell them thank you. Do something nice for them. Let them know they're the ones that's running into what everybody else runs away from. and they certainly do not do it for the money. I promise you. They love serving people. They love our country, and I believe this. Now, y'all can believe what you want to, but I honestly believe anybody that's called into a life of service, whether it be in the military and public safety or whatever it might be, I think it's a calling from the Lord. I don't think it's just something you do. I think it's a calling from the Lord. But anyway, if you see them, tell them thank you. We appreciate y'all. We love you. See y'all next week. Floyd.
Thank you, Quinn. Enjoyed. We enjoyed being with y'all tonight. Always a pleasure. I hate that Marvin is way off out of town in parts unknown. He don't seem to be himself like he does when he's with me.
One thing that we do need to say, he has stepped up in the world. Floyd and I talked about this, and we've seen the same draperies. We were going to accuse him of being bed bug inspector for Motel 6, but I think wherever he is, Floyd, he has stepped up to the plate.
He looks nice. He's got a nice little surrounding. I thought it was his bathroom behind him there, but he got out of the way there and showed me some kind of couch or something. I reckon where you sit down and drink your coffee and check your emails and things. But he's got a nice place. And I'm glad. I was worried about him last time when he was off like that. But I feel better about him. I feel like he's probably safe. And I feel like he probably is exercising his Second Amendment rights right where he's sitting, so I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, we thank y'all for tuning in. I had a good time with y'all. Had a great time with y'all. Laugh every chance you get, because one day you're going to wake up and there ain't much going to be funny. But laugh every chance you get.
Amen.
Hey, guys, we love you. We appreciate you joining us tonight. I wanted to announce this. Saturday night, we're going to have a benefit gospel sing at Flat Creek Baptist Church for the Alpha Pregnancy Center. Admission is only bring some diapers and wipes. Our group, my family's group, and my friends' group, Willing Servants, will be singing. The Mount Olive Trio from Mount Olive Holiness Church will be singing, and the New Hope Praise Team from New Hope Worship Assembly will be singing. That's at 6:30 this Saturday at Flat Creek. You're all invited. No admission charge. Just bring some diapers and wipes, and it's going to benefit the Alpha Pregnancy Center in Donaldsonville, Georgia. Hey, guys, we love you. We appreciate all of you. Big shout out to Ziggy B's, Sawega Meat Company, TK's Bar and Grill, Shingler Law, Seminole Livestock Auction, LAE Farms, Custom Cattle Company, Custom Cattle Services, that is, KWG Plumbing, Southern Hissy Fitz, Bear Hill Auctioneers, and Kelly Crop Insurance, our sponsors here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Hey, guys, we love you. Appreciate you every week for y'all joining us for the past 6 years on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Sunday's coming. Go to church. Here's our scripture for the week. He has given us his very great and precious promises, so that through them you may participate in the divine nature and escape the corruption in this world caused by evil desires. Hey, guys, Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. We'll be right back here next week, same place, same time, for more Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until then, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you do it with, and most especially, if you have to do someone's hair, be particular. Good night, y'all.
See y'all.